Pool's haunted. There you go. That's my review of Night Swim. No, Night Swim is a horror movie about a haunted pool, which sounds about as silly as it is. And because this is January, where usually that's where you're going to throw the movies that you realize suck and aren't going to do well. You usually pick January for that because the cutoff for the Oscars is December. So like around Christmas time, they just load that with all of the awards season movies. And then in January, it's like, okay, here are the horror movies that didn't make the cut for the Halloween season. And this is one of those. And so my expectations for this movie were very low. And I actually think it surpassed them. It's not to say it's a great movie. I think it's probably, I don't think it would have done well in the Halloween season. I don't think it's that strong of a premise. But I haven't really seen a haunted pool movie before. And what I was actually really impressed with was the main cast. Wyatt Russell and Carrie Condon play a married couple. And I was actually a little invested in their story. Wyatt Russell is Kurt Russell's son. And pretty much everything I've seen him in, I've been impressed with his work. It seems like he came on the scene just a couple of years ago, or maybe I just hadn't been paying attention before that. But like when he was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think that was really the first time I paid attention to him. But now he's in the new MonsterVerse show Monarch, and he's in this. He's doing well for himself. The premise of the movie is that like the pool is spring-fed, and basically it was built on top of an ancient wishing well. So it's got magical properties that can grant wishes, and he's like, Wyatt Russell's character has multiple sclerosis, and basically when they move into this house, he starts getting better. But because it's a horror movie, well, the wishing well basically demands a human sacrifice to grant the wish, and so it's trying to suck somebody down in there. And a lot of it is just your standard horror movie tropes of, oh, there's something out of the corner of the eye, or there's something in the shadow. But because they're filming in a pool, there's stuff like they'll be underwater and they will see a figure standing at the edge of the pool, but they'll like emerge from underwater and the figure will be gone. There was also some kind of stuff where it was like some bog monster was like appearing there and like trying to pull them under, and so like there's a whole sequence that looked very much like The Sunken Place from Get Out. It's a pool, so that makes sense, but I was looking at it, especially because like there's a moment where one of the characters has been pulled so far under, she looks up and she just sees the surface of the pool just way far off in the distance, and it looked pretty much exactly like how the vision of reality looked in The Sunken Place. So that felt a little derivative, but also reasonably so. The third act of the movie is pretty weak, I would say, which is probably what hurts it the most. But like, I was actually genuinely enjoying myself for the most part. I thought the dumbest part of the movie is that the pool can possess somebody to do its bidding, because like they didn't want to just write the whole thing around people being too stupid to stay away from the pool. So they would have somebody be like taken over by this black ooze that comes out of the pool and goes into them, and then they are like being controlled to go and attack people away from the pool, you know, or drag them over there. And I thought that was like, I understand why they did it, because they were probably like, well, there's only so many ways you can be stupid around a pool. But it felt like a handicap for the script to write that in. It felt like they weren't creative enough in having plausible reasons why people might be at risk in a pool. So I think that hindered it. But overall, as far as a haunted pool movie goes, it could have been a lot stupider. And I think it played the premise about as well as you could do for a Blumhouse film. It was fine. Hey, thanks for watching. Your view means a lot. Don't forget to toss me a like and subscribe and ring the bell. And drop a comment below telling me what you thought of the video. I stream Mondays and Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific and Sundays at 2, so catch me live and join in on the convo. You can find all my socials in the description below, and thank you to all my patrons, with a very special shout out to my Whaled Shark tier patron Ryan D and my Anemone friend tier patron Piftle Cakes. Your support means the world. Catch you next time.